even for me. To see so many Sahajogis sitting here with such shining faces from all over the world, as if my vision has taken its form today. I see in you the saviors of tomorrow who are going to save this world from all the Kali Yuga calamities that are surrounding us. It's coming from all sides. While you people have really taken your second birth from this pond of Kali Yuga and have really become beautiful lotuses of different colors, hues, fragrance, and beauty. Instead of you celebrating my birthday, it's better I celebrate your birthdays. As I told you the other day that it is you who are such great seekers, seekers of truth, of love, that it could work out. Otherwise, it would have been impossible. To even transform one person is very difficult. But you were so sensitive and so deep that this subtle knowledge, I don't know how it penetrated your being. It's unbelievable. I can't believe myself. What great people have taken birth in this Kali Yuga. No one can believe that there are so many saints are sitting before me, so many walis, so many nabis are sitting before me. In the history of spirituality, it has never happened. Even in the heavens, there are few devtas and devas, not so many. One better than the other. Such beautiful heart, such brilliant brains, and such active attention is really, I thank you all that this 70th birthday I could see so many people which I never expected. You know, SahajaYoga was started with one person. And then those who came also, out of them some were power oriented, money oriented, all kinds of people created problems for us. One after another, so many problems came. And also there were many who were of a very low level seekers. But I find today they have all come up beautiful. I cannot distinguish one from another the way it has happened. And the commitment you have to SahajaYoga is the greatest blessings for this world. I could not do it alone, you know that. If I could do it I would not have needed you. You are the channels, and you have to work it out further and further. It is really remarkable the way Delhi people have organized everything. First of all, everybody was very much keyed on to the 70th birthday. I don't know what was the reason, but whatever it is. And then Delhi people said, this time we are going to celebrate Mother your birthday in Delhi. I said, everybody is keyed on it, so be careful. It's not going to be easy. It's a big headache. So many will be coming down. But they didn't expect so much, I'm sure. And whenever they told me these people are coming, 100 are coming from there, 100 from there, I said, are you worried? They said, no, we are very happy about it. I saw their enthusiasm, their organization, the way they have done it. The best part of it, Delhi, which is a place where all kinds of politicians live, have groups and politics and all that. But in Sahaja in Delhi, there is no politics. There is no quarreling. There is no pulling each other's legs. It's a very remarkable thing it to happen in a place like Delhi, where every day what you hear, that even in our parliament, they are beating each other. Perhaps in this hell only, this goodness was to be born and to be manifested by Sahajayogis. The knowledge of Sahajayoga, as you know, is extremely, extremely subtle. And it's not easy to penetrate into the so-called people who call themselves intellectuals or who are absolutely bowed down to their conditionings. So on one side we have the masses who are ignorant, on the other side the classes who live in the frame that they have made out of their brains. Both ways I think they are extremely close. But the way they have absorbed this subtle nectar of divinity is something unbelievable. Nobody can comprehend even that there were so many born after my birth on this earth, or some maybe before also, very few. Just after my birth, they were born here in this world to get to Sahaja. But when I saw the world, I was shocked, more shocked than Kabira himself. I said, how will I talk to anyone about my family members? I didn't know how will I open the subject to them. It was impossible. So much was darkness of ignorance. How will they believe that there is really divinity? There is totality waiting for them. They all believed into some sort of a religion which had no connection with reality. And it was impossible even to envisage the method by which I could talk to. I remember the first incident when we went to Nargol, where I had opened the Sahasrara. The first person who got realization was a Gujarati and a jeweler. Immediately, all the other, there were hardly about 35 people. They started saying that, of course, he's a rich man, he's a jeweler, so mother has given him realization. I think that's the first time and last time I really got angry. I started shouting at them. Good for nothing, useless people, you can never take to divinity, and I had really thought that stopped it. When I have to take another life, another time where people will understand what is Sahaja. But after that, suddenly people started feeling the cool breeze in their hands. Immediately. After my shouting, imagine. And they said, Mother, I know it's working. It's working in us. It's working out of us. Thus we got 12 people. And one lady whom I had given before also. She was the 14th. Thus, first we had only these 14 surgeons, for whom it was something out of the blue. They were all flabbergasted. They didn't know what it was. And then, surprisingly, in one of our programs, a lady who was possessed by some Brahmin came and started saying, Jagadamba, Jagadamba. They couldn't understand. I never told them what I was, never. I've never told otherwise also. So then she recited a poem from Saundarya Lahari in Sanskrit language, and she was just a maid servant and in a man's voice. So everybody was shocked that the booth should say all this thing. And then she went away. After that, these people started probing into it. And they wanted to have my puja first time in my house itself. Still, people were not very sure they were doing the right thing. Even the Brahmins they called, they said this Saptasati is a very difficult puja and something will happen to us. But after the puja they said nothing happened. We are so much better. They all felt the full breeze. And the entire atmosphere changed. They started understanding that Sahaja is the Yuga Dharma, is the one of this Yuga, this Kali Yuga. So the Sahaja Dharma became the Dharma of this Yuga. This Yuga is very difficult, no doubt. But in difficulties only we become intense seekers. And that's what happened with all of you, that you found out that everywhere people were following whatever they were following, they were not reaching any point. Like a cocoon, they are hitting their head here and there. They got their realizations so quickly. And when they told me how they were seeking, what was happening to them, I was amazed how this seeking was working within them and pushed them towards Sahaja. Also, in the meanwhile, I must say, so many got lost into the clutches of false gurus. Despite that, today we have so many Sahajogis. You are just representing your country, but there are many more in your countries. Even in India, we have many more. You are just here come to represent them. So, multiple of this number, I do not know how many would be there. So many ask me how many Sahajogis there are. I said, I don't know. You don't know? I said, no. We have never kept any record. So they can't understand. I said, we have no office, no record. I have no secretary. I don't know how to type. I don't know how to write even my check. They can't understand a person like me existing in these modern times. But everything gets done somehow. Despite all my modern ignorance, everything gets absolutely done in the most perfect manner, like a remote control. Now this whole thing, I never said a word about it. I must tell you nothing. Never I gave any idea as to how it should be. I didn't even tell them how many we are expecting. But see how spontaneously everything has worked. Because you all have commitment. And that commitment gives you all these organizing capacities. So many things you have seen get organized because also this Parama Chaitanya has come into Kruta Yuga where it is working it out. It's active. And this activity also is absolutely supportive. For example, the police people told us that there are Muslims living here and you might have some danger from them. They might do some harm to you. I said, which Muslims are they? So this is Nizamuddin Audia's people are here. I said, they never harm us. I said, why? Because he was a Sufi and he was a great realized soul. And the people who are around there must be most of them are at least believers of Sufism. How can they harm us? So I said, tomorrow early in the morning, you go and put a chadar as they call it, all of you. And they were so impressed that you saw in the evening. They came here all the way, morning time. And they were so respectful. Then they called me, they gave me another chadar, this, that. And they said that we are yours and this and that, all kinds of things. And his disciple was Amir Khusro, was another very, very great Sufi gentleman. And I always have admired his poetry and also the way Nizamuddin led his life of dignity and divinity. All these Muslims who were there put hands towards me like this, and they said, we are feeling the cool breeze. I said, this is rude. This is rude. Once these people start getting rude, they will all become Sahajogis very soon. And you may have to have there are so many Sufis all over the world, and we are going to take their addresses and we are going to meet them. then you might have to have another big pendal, double pendal, I think maybe triple. If Delhi people are not quite frightened about the sizes, I think again we'll have to have it in Delhi only. Also, contemporarily, Delhi is in a state of turmoil, and we should be here to pacify it, to quieten it, to give wisdom to those people who are supposed to be at the helm of affairs. It will work. Definitely it will work. With all these Sahajogis emitting such beautiful vibrations, see, on top of your head this cloth is moving up and down all the time. So there is no breeze outside, the leaves are just steady. But from your head you see you are moving all this. So I am sure these vibrations will cool down and will bring peace to our politicians and to the people who are at the helm of affairs. At this juncture, when in the whole world there are so many things going on of uncertainties, say in Russia there are uncertainties, Bosnia there is uncertainties, in England there is recession, America there is recession, Spain there is recession, everybody is suffering from the pangs of some sort of a extreme behavior they went into. So I'm sure this polarity that they see now will correct their behavior towards materialism, and I'm sure that a balance will be struck. With your good wishes, with your prayers, this world will be so beautiful, so enchanting that in the history people will describe that the world itself became a lotus full of fragrance, of divinity. You are the petals. You are the corona. You are the color. You are the beauty. You are the pollen of that beautiful lotus. Today, you all will decide to work for Sahaja, to spread Sahaja, and work for yourself also. The only danger is that one should not allow ego to sit on your heads. That's the only horse. If you could ride yourself and don't allow the horse to ride you, you will progress very fast, beautifully. Thus, I am sure, Sahaja will spread. Every birthday, we have to take a vow. I don't know what vow I should take. People have told me that I should not work so hard, I am working very hard. But I have taken a vow that I will work double hard. In the same way, you also, all of you, have to take a vow today that we go all out in the commitment of working of Sahaja. We'll think about it. There are scientists who should produce books. There are doctors who should produce books, writings, go round, talk to their colleagues, organize meetings, seminars with your colleagues. There are architects and other professionals who could call their colleagues and give them realization. Even the people who are dealing with finances should take to Sahaja. Is very important because financial problems can only be solved by the divine power. Nobody else can solve it. So everyone in this world, whether it is law or any other field, all of you should take to Sahaja and also to creative work. Then also you have to take Sahaja to your surroundings, to villages, to cities, wherever it is possible, wherever you can organize, you have to spread Sahaja everywhere. As far as curing is concerned, I would advise you don't have to touch anyone. Please use only my photograph. That's how you will get more Sahajogis and less sick people. Also, people will be cured and all of them will become Sahajogis. We have also agricultural fields on which we have done something, but much can be done about agriculture. One should see the government and tell them what agriculture can do. You can form a committee and go and see them. And talk to them that how agriculture can be helped by Sahaja. We have to help our children. We have to look after them because you know what sort of future is surrounding them. What sort of atmosphere is crawling even in India. So we have to see that our children properly grow in such culture. It's very important because they are tomorrow's Sahajogis. So many of them are born realized. So we have to discipline them properly and we have to make them ala darja Sahajogi as described in the Kawa. It is also our family life, which is very important. It's shocking that family life is nowadays becoming a kind of a stupid thing. No one understands the importance of it. In Sahaja, we have to understand. Small quarrels, fights should be given up. Harshness must be given. Cruelty must be given up. And there should be a proper accord between husband and wife to begin with. So that there is a companionship. And the children also see that companionship and enjoy it. In our dress, in our life, we have to be dignified and decent, respecting our body. It's very important. We should wear whatever suits us in whatever country we are. I mean, imagine in Samarkand if somebody wants to wear three-piece suit, what will happen to him? Whatever suits us, whatever fits our culture, one should try to wear decent dresses, traditional dresses. Especially for women, it is very important to wear dresses that will make them look more dignified. Also, another point I would like to say that ladies especially must take to reading, at least newspapers. If your attention is on the problems that are in this world, it's very effective because you know your attention is active, it works. So use your attention. You see the newspapers, you watch. I know it's horrifying sometimes. You can give a bandhan, but you must see what's happening where. It's very important. Also, men should not just read something sensational, but read something that's happening and also think what are the solutions. How can you people as surgeons help in a collective way or an individual way? We have to solve many problems of this modern world. Also, one has to read good books, good films one has to see, and have your reflection on that. Keep your mind alert. There are many beautiful poems I've read recently coming out of some people where I never expected they will write poems. Beautiful, very high class. So this poetry also we are going to collect. We are going to collect all the miraculous photographs from everywhere. They are trying to systematize. And now in this system, if you can all help spontaneously, it will be a great achievement because so far we have not been able to collect all these data and keep them with us. Now the best is that you all must meditate. You all have to meditate. And only in meditation you are in present and you grow in your spirituality. I've said it many times, but people just don't do it. About 10 minutes if you can meditate before sleeping, it's of a very great help to you. No doubt. You really grow very fast. Immediately I know this man is meditating the way he has changed. And then once you get used to it, you will never give it up. It's very simple meditation, you have foot soaking or something like that. And in the morning you should meet your ego, that's all. It's not that you have to do 1 lakh japas or something, nothing. It's very simple. But this you have to do for yourself, to respect your self-realization and your growth in divinity. We have lots of advantages over others. But one thing I have to tell you, those people who are not prone to seeking, please don't talk to them about surgery. Don't waste your energy on such people discussing and arguing because it cannot be discussed much. You just forget them and leave them alone. I'll look after them. You just take two simple people, good people who are seeking the truth. I don't want you to break your necks with those people who are just believing in discussion, arguments, and Shabda. Today, the Sahaja culture is so much manifesting that people, once they see you, they immediately know there's something special. And that they have something very unique qualities among them, which you seldom find with normal people. All these things you should understand have come to you spontaneously from within, but you must preserve them and you should never feel shy of them. You should never be shy of your virtues. And whatever people may try to tell you that you better do this, you better do that, if it is wrong, you should never do it. You should just say, I don't want to do it. Because now you are very powerful, and that you have to lead the people, and people don't have to lead you. Fashions don't have to lead you, but you have to create fashion. You have to create a path for them. It's not that you have to trod on the path that they have. Try to understand that your own personality is of a level where you can see so many subtle things and you are so powerful that others don't see, then you have to automatically take up their leadership. Don't get ideas from them and don't get frightened when they try to tell you something against yourself or against them. Be sure, be confident. That is how it is going to work out. I'm just a woman and a housewife, but I was so sure about Sahaja that it worked out. I didn't have to sort of think whether I should do it or not. I just started. So in the family it was not so much respected, not so much agreed to done that. I started the whole thing on my own, worked it out on my own, because I had complete confidence in the truth. That if I am standing on the truth, it will help me and it will help all those who will come to me. It has happened. So for you, it should not be difficult at all. All of you should first of all see that you are not a conditioned person and you do not have an ego. And then you should go ahead with it. And you'll be amazed how things will work. Today's puja is very short puja. That's why I gave you a long lecture. There are so many things which I cannot at this time, which is short, tell you. But if you sit down, you can easily make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yourself. So now put your mind to it in a way that you are the organizer. Then what should you do? What can you do? What are you going to achieve? Please try. And if it works out. All of you can do it. I think best is to make a diary for yourself and write it down in that what you have done, how many people you have given realization, how many got cured, what do you think about that. But now, if there's no diary, such yogis can say, Mother, we have no diary, so we started tomorrow. No, we started today. The only trouble with such yogis is that they take things little lightly. Of course, that is their character. But not Sahaja. Other things you can take lightly. If somebody shouts at you, somebody gets angry with you, somebody even slaps you, take it lightly. Doesn't matter. Makes no difference to you. Because you are the spirit. Nothing can destroy the spirit. Nainam chidanti shastrani. But when it comes to Sahaja, your attitude should be different. If you are relaxing on one side, another side you have to be dynamic. And that side is where you have to put forward. The theories of Sahaja, and you have to talk to people, you have to organize a press conference or whatever sort of thing you want to do. At whatever level you want to work it out. Please make a proper plan about it and just do it. It will all work out, I'm sure it will work out. With all these ideas that I have, you have many more. And I hope by next year we'll see manifestation of those. I hope many people will write books like Resirai has written. I'm sure books can be written by every doctor. Dr. Resirai has worked single-handed. Everything is done single-handed. so beautifully has worked it out. So everybody can publish a book with their experiences, with their understanding of Sahaja. It will help Sahajayogis also, but it should be honest, very honest book. I'm sure such a book will be very much appreciated in Sahaja, and we'd like to publish such books also. All those who have such ideas should make an effort to create some new books, some new ideas, some new creation. It's very important because in these modern times, people want to do something new, something novel. Under these circumstances, I'm sure you all will work out. So all the time you have to think about Sahaja and jot it down, whatever ideas are coming into your mind, and then these can be properly put together, making a beautiful book of Sahaja. Yogis also have lots of chances of doing so many things for Sahaja. This is a very opportune time. I think Satyayug is starting from tomorrow. So, and what will be the symptom? That now the Satya will be victorious, Vijay. Whatever people may try, ultimately Satya will be victory. Satyameva Jayate. That's going to happen. And you are responsible.